Let's see here. Mic check, mic check. Maybe this is a bit too loud. How's it going, my guys? Finally made it. Very good. Finally made it to another live stream. Sleepy as hell. So maybe a quick hello from me. I feel you, dude. This stream's gonna be kind of short anyway because I got my COVID vaccine just yesterday, and I feel like I got hit by a car, man. I feel pretty tired and otherwise pretty lethargic. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple today. So I may not go through the entire Discord like I usually do. I'll save those shenanigans for probably next stream when I'm feeling a bit better. But yeah, Vito asking word tutorial on your word effect. I think that's a lovely idea. Yeah, let me yeah. So I've seen Yaya do a couple of like screen clips where he does tutorials. Maybe I should actually what I should do this should be easy enough. Yaya suggested a tutorials how-to channel. Let's create it right now before I forget. Text channel. Let's try CAD tutorials. Like a tutorials. All right, let's fix that. Tutorials. There we go. All right, y'all should be able to see that. Let me know. Let me know if you can't. But I just created a new channel in the Discord here. Yeah, very excellent. If you don't know what he's talking about, I will take a look. It's this word effect here. You know, I did something similar for my one of my first projects, like I mentioned in last stream. But what is very unique that I've never done is he figured out how to get the effect with both with differing text lengths, which I think his solution is extremely clever. I just see that the additional letters just hide behind the silhouette of the ones in front. Absolutely amazing. I also love how you do a little bit of camera work there. You know, you zoom in a little bit, but very clever. Really amazing stuff. All right, I think I already clicked on that, but yeah. So what are we gonna be doing for today? Hey Bam, what's going on? Glad to have you here. I thought just maybe we'll keep it simple. Maybe do a little Weldments exercise. I think this should be pretty cool. Yeah, probably just accomplish this with weldments. Probably model the padding too. It looks like it's very prismatic, so it shouldn't be too advanced there. Probably can do that with maybe some kind of spline path. It does show how it looks like for the side. I might actually use this, but yeah, it's just like rocking chair from October of 1936. Can we make it rock? Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. I was thinking of doing that. Yeah, just see when we model it. You know, I think what would be pretty cool if we apply a force in motion analysis and see the character of its rocking. I think would be. I think that'd be pretty cool, and I think we can do that for you, even on a shorter stream. So there is no time to waste. So I'll get a snipping tool. Grab that and put that in our. So this is a side profile. Okay, I'm cool with that. Let's get SolidWorks open. Hey Alessia, what's going on? Glad to have you here. I just got my vaccine. My colors are all goofed up. Got my COVID vaccine, and I'm feeling a little bit low on batteries, if you get what I'm saying. Colors. Let's get this back to classic with medium light. Much better. Shift Win key is quick snip. Ooh, let me try that. Shift Win key. Nothing came up. Maybe it's a setting. I'll look into that later. But that would help a lot because I always search for snipping tool. Let's see. Let's get this. Wait, was that on the front plane? No, let's get this on the right plane instead. Shift Win S. Yeah, corrects. Let's try. Shift Win S. Yeah, that seems to have worked. I don't know where it went. Hello? Oh, maybe you just paste it. Let me try it. Pasta. Yep, it's there. I'm having problems with topology optimization. Weird results at the point that I'm upgrading to 2021. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what the thing is. Like, I wish I could just jump in there and like, hey, I know exactly what to do. But the truth of the matter is, I haven't used topology optimization very much at all. But I'm sure we could figure it out. You know, we'll get something. I probably should have just done the size first. Let's say that this. Yeah, I'm not really sure how big this thing is supposed to be. But let's say that that is 1 inch, which actually bumps up the size. Okay. So we got that. So for our first order of business, just gonna trace. Oops, wrong plane. Right. I'm gonna check your clipboard. Yeah, I saw. In that case, I'm probably still gonna use a snipping tool for at least for you know, bringing sketch pictures into SolidWorks, because you need to have it as a file to bring it in with sketch picture, because if you paste, you just get the weird yeah, this thing, and it doesn't have any scale tool or anything like that. It's a good tip because I actually use that more often than for just SolidWorks, so that's going to be very helpful. Calibrate canvas images. Oh, that's so sick. You know, we just started and we already got a video taking something away here. That's amazing. 23.25. We'll leave it. Overall length. Yeah, notice I'm ignoring the radii. I'll tell you why I'm doing that in a sec. But first, this needs to be 26 point, maybe like that. And let me see if I can't just fully define this point, where the virtual sharp between these two pipes will be. Even my professor can't help me. Oof. With other software, Fusion Inventor works like a charm. That's, yeah. Then I guess if the conversion process from SolidWorks to Autodesk isn't that bad, I would probably keep using that. Yeah, it's like different companies have just different holes in their software, so that could very well be just one with SolidWorks Corp. Can Weldments do advanced bends, i.e. bend the pipe? At the bend, the pipe should flatten. I don't think so, actually. You can say for documentation purposes, you can like combine all the segments, like just to say what length of pipe would you need to bend this shape, but I don't think it'll actually render like the pipe kinking at the bend, or at least I haven't tried something like that. I mean, I could do it with like advanced surfacing, but as far as like it being a checkbox, like no, it's not really. Maybe in the newer update. Yeah, that's true. Make this 24. I don't really have a measurement for how wide this should be. But yeah, this surface is gonna help me 3D sketch a lot easier. So watch this. I'm gonna get the 3D sketch, and I'll just manually pick a couple of edges like this, and hit convert. So that's a really nice way of getting a 3D sketch, something like this without having to mess with, the relationships in 3 dimensions. You just pick it off a solid or a surface. But now what I can do is I can actually apply sketch fillets. Remember Too Tall Toby? Yeah, I think they actually teach this in the Weldments training manual. So the question is, why do I need this in a 3D sketch? Well, because I want to fillet, and you notice that these fillets go in 2 directions. It's on plane here, and it goes out of the plane over here. So there's no way to get this shape by combining just 2 2D sketches. You would at the very least need maybe 3 planes, I would say. But this will help, minimize a lot of that work. Right, so we have that. Let me get the kind of ISO view, and actually I'll use my new trick that Vito and Yaya taught me. So if I can actually activate my brain for a second, I'll remember where I put this. So Shift Win S. There we go. Custom profile or existing one? I'll probably use an existing one. They have a basic pipe. I'm probably just going to use a 1-inch round pipe. And then I can paste. That's a very cool trick. Also, another tip about learning, it's like if you learn something new, you should try and find ways to immediately use it so you remember it. Because there's a lot of things that people will tell me. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty neat. And then I never use it for a week and I just forget about it. But immediately putting those skills into use, making up scenarios can really help. But this works because I don't need to scale this picture. I just need it, just kind of in the side for me to use as like a guide, Alright, so how do I want to do... Works amazing for Discord. Yeah, that's another great use. Awesome sauce. I like learning new things. Trying to think if I should use the same trick. I think I will. Let's not overcomplicate. I tend to do that a lot. Trying to be fancy, but we're being simple today. So grab the right plane. Don't rotate with the view. Yes, that's why I like using the copy paste method for reference images, but sketch picture for tracing, because sketch picture you can set the size and get exactly the things you want. But this, like if I rotate it like that, I can still see that. It's an excellent feature in my opinion. But yeah, we'll do like that. Let's hide that surface away, I think. And say that these are parallel, I bet. Parallel. Now this is interesting. Well, I guess I could just use the trim commands. So when I bring this in later, it's going to intersect a little bit. But I should be able to just trim that away with no issue. 18.375. I don't know how you do it, but reading the chat, it's just second nature reflex you have developed. You can be on another screen and it still instantly notice a new chat message. Well, it's not a superpower or anything. I wish I was that cool, but here, let me see. So if I do that, there's a chat. So that's like the nice thing about having multiple streams. It's like I just barely move it off screen on the other monitor, and they're like together. So I see in my peripheral vision, like I see the chat move, and I know how to, you know, when to respond. Well, yeah, chatting with you guys is easily like the highlight of doing this project. You know, this project was like a little bit lonely at first, I would say. But, you know, ever since I started doing this, you know, I've been having so much fun. Hello? Oh. So that, with that, I'd like to say, make parallel. Another cool tip, if you rotate your thing out of screen and you want to go back to the previous view, that is Control, Shift, and Z, or Z, you know, as in zebra. And that'll bring you back to your previous view. And I can actually keep pressing it, and it'll keep going through my previous views. So again, that is Control plus Shift plus Z. Previous view. There you go. Put it in the chat for you guys. What was I doing? Okay, so these angles are fully defined. I just need to put this in a place. Remapped it to Control P makes much more sense. Yeah, I guess that one's a matter of opinion. I like Control Shift Z because I can do it with just my left hand. Control P, it's on the right side of the keyboard, which I guess I can move my hand like that. Like for Control P is usually print. Yeah, yeah. Avita took the words out of my my mouth. So I don't know if I would remap it to that, but you gotta do what is best for your workflow and what, you know, makes you the most efficient. That's looking pretty good. I never used a print option in SolidWorks. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a nice thing about customization. It's just customized. It's great. If I'm gonna make that the same number, I'm just gonna make it equal, I think. Whoops, I hit F1 by accident, like a dope. Equal. All right, now that's fully defined. You guys want to hear about a funny bug? Well, actually, I just thought of something. I need to fix something here. So a funny bug that I heard of. My old coworker, when I used to work at the the reseller, you know, I used to do some tech support, as you guys already know. But he was telling me about a case a customer was having that, you know, was pretty funny, but kind of wasteful. It's kind of sad at the same time. But he told me that every time you rebuilt in SolidWorks, like Control B or Control Q, it would take a screenshot and then send that screenshot to the printer. No prompt, no nothing. You hit Control Q, the printer would start turning on, and we just print out whatever was in his screen. Very strange bug, I have to say. So sometimes if you don't use print, yeah, that's understandable, but sometimes SolidWorks forces you to. Let's take this, do the same thing. Mid-plane, and let me think. If it's going to be a 1-inch pipe, that means there's 1/2 inch per side, plus another 1/2 inch. So that's 1 inch per side, so this needs to be 26. Yeah, that looks about correct. Since I'm a trackpad user, both my hands are on either end of the keyboard. Yeah, there you go. So you have like a Lenovo ThinkPad or something to that extent. Great computers, by the way. Is somebody in the office with a macro prank? Maybe. It's pretty unbelievable, I think. That's interesting. What happens if I do that? Maybe I can actually incorporate all of this. I don't know if this is a good idea to incorporate all of this in the same 3D Sketch. So I used to have a Lenovo ThinkPad, and I have to say, out of all the ways to use SolidWorks without a mouse, trackpad is probably the way to go. I mean, I'd much rather have a mouse, but it's like workable, you know. Get two. Yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah, it's pretty affordable too, at least in the United States, you know, compared to like Dell or HP. There's a surface filter all of a sudden. Okay, so let us start with some weldments, structural member, and I'll go to ANSI inch, pipe. Yeah, 1 inch schedule 40. I don't really care about the thickness all that much. But I can like do this. So this is gonna have to be a group. Yeah, merge arc segment bodies means that SolidWorks will compute the length of this as like one big old piece. So you know, like if you're doing some pipe bending, you know how long the big piece has to be. It's pretty helpful. 530S, decent enough. Yeah, it's good stuff, and you know, a lot of times you do need very decent hardware to run SolidWorks, but at the same time, nice one, yeah. This chair is gonna rock. Yeah, why don't I just put it in here? Actually, I just need a new group. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, Lenovo computers. I'm just surprised of how SolidWorks runs fairly well with fairly well with even mediocre hardware. Like, I don't know if I told you, but if I told you guys, but I did CAD models of the day 60 through 180, so like, you know, a couple months, 120 days, with a laptop with only integrated graphics. Didn't even have its own dedicated graphics card. So it can be done. What I should do, I need to connect these segments. I just noticed this member here, but that's easy enough to add. Like that. And I should be able to go to group 1 since it's all a continuous loop. SolidWorks minimum recs are hilarious. They really are. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Alright, so I need... This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, I have an idea. I have junk bodies I need to get rid of anyway, so what's the harm in creating another? But instead of a surface, I'm going to create a solid. First, I need to see that. Yeah, that's going to be... It's going to be interesting, this joint. Let me think here. I think we got it. Bill Hassan, what's going on? Saying hi, everybody. Glad to have you here, man. We're working on a rocking chair. I think it'll turn out pretty good. And we're going to try and get it to rock at the very end. But, okay. Right plane, sketch, control 8. Like Avito said, very good command, just overall. So, I'm just going to like... Yeah, I don't know if this spline sketch is actually going to ruin my day. I don't know if I should snap to that. I'm going to try it. I might have to remove that. And the thing is, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to snap that together. I might have to do this spline in 2 parts actually, because I don't want it to fuse like this at this end. I don't think there's a way let me check. This is kind of a rare relationship that I need. Nothing there. There's just merge. Yeah, there's no coincidence. There's only merge. And it's just like, I think how SolidWorks deals with splines, it has very interesting rules. Like, you're not allowed to cross itself. So you see, if I try and do that, nothing happens. It doesn't just, and you're not allowed to do loop the loops either. You can try, but won't let you. Oh no, I did an oopsie. Thank goodness for Control C. Yeah, but the thing, well, I guess, because for what I needed, it wasn't really liking that either. So let's just do proof of concept here. Try it one more time. Yeah, it just does not. Oops. Is that snapped on? Let's see, if I try and extrude that and then use selected contours. No, it's broken. Yeah, it's gonna have to be 2. No perfectionism today. You're gosh darn right. Yeah, well, that's gonna have to be 2 separate splines. I think conveniently I can end one. Yeah, SolidWorks has some strict internal rules of how, let's just say, splines are supposed to interact with each other. But as a, there we go. As a discrete spline, now I can just say, I gotta be careful with this. Yeah, we'll just use a regular tangency. So collinear, so that should ensure a smooth transition there. I might have to get another spline point right here. Insert spline point like that, and then say go there. Not too bad. I might try and say, oops. Rules for weldment groups. Yeah, happily. I can go over that. Let me finish this sketch first. Okay. Oh no. I think it's about time I locked this down. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, I just do not want those points to scoot away. There we go. So now those should be in the same place. Oh. Oh no. You know what I'm thinking of doing? Let's turn this into style spline, since this one's pretty close. Oh, come on, dude. It probably needs another point because I locked these 2 points down, so that's something to consider. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. I gotta get the perfectionism out of my head, I think, is the big thing here. Yeah, I just want this a little bit less from it. There we go. Oh. It's a bit more controllable with the dimensions. Yeah, it really is a pain. And I think I need more from... Oops. Something that could help with something like this is you turn off maintain internal continuity. Hello? Oh, this is I forgot I made it a style spline, didn't I? Yeah, I am going to call that good enough. Yeah, you deal with the lines. Yeah, Yaya's right. With a style spline, if you can define all these vertices, the spline becomes fully defined. But we'll just leave that as is. And this is not going into production or anything, so there we go. Mouse extrude, we turn off then. There we go. Where does it need to end up again? So outside, but... Oh, so that's perfect, actually. It needs to line up with these. So we'll just leave that in there. So let's get our 3D sketch. Actually, let's do this. So convert and pull that out. It's a lot easier to deal with, thankfully. Convert. Oops, I goofed up. I need to pull this out first. There we go. And now convert. And I just need an extra line. So the little fishtail thing doesn't make it through because I can only do a solid extrude with sketches with a correct topology, I guess I'll say. I'll leave it like that though. So maybe a distance between this and the origin will suffice. And maybe, let's see, what does it has? It just has a distance, so maybe along X. There we go. Hot rotting chair. I mean, this is 1936, so that kind of stuff would have been popular. What are we designing, actually? Oh, it's just a metal frame chair. You know, that rocks. It's just a rocking chair. Alright, let me adjust myself here. Alright, but I think this is going. Let's hide that. Hide. Let's save. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know if this will actually be able to generate as a weldment, because technically this does make one big loop. So for example, if I start... Oh man, it really does not like that, huh? Will it let me select anything? Alright, let me have that. Yeah, it doesn't like the splines touching at all. That's a bummer. Any intention to model your own chair? I think so. Yeah, good old chair Selma. It's been broken a couple of times, but it's made it through. I think I will. You know, it's just a cool, like, you know, race style gaming chair, you know. Alright, but what I need to do... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to... I'm probably just gonna have to use a combine feature to be honest with you. So if I do that, for example, then I say structural, remember I can start. Oh, I think I've made an error. Liking the ambient occlusion. Yeah, it's very cool. Kind of computationally expensive sometime, but I need to look something up real quick. And spline path. Oh, that's a limitation. That is goofy. RIP. It's not my sketching style. It's my the fact that I'm using splines. Splines are not supported for structural members. Oof. Yeah, that's... Yeah, you and I found out the same thing. Which makes sense. I've like literally never tried this before, but you know, we find out together. Man, that is so sad. Yeah, let's go back here. Well, I've had worse days. I think I learned that too a long time ago, but it's just a fact that comes up so rarely. Like some kind of archaic trivia or something. You learn the hard way. Yeah, exactly. It's no big deal. We're just going to approximate using arcs. And instead of putting... Hello? I need... Not to show them. That exact question. Very nice. I'm just going to use a series of tangent arcs. Hello? Oh yeah, you know. Let's get some dimensions in here. Let's do... Oops, that's redundant. Yeah, I guess I could sweep too, but I do need like trim commands. So I'm gonna try this. Now something I can do a lot easier though. I can say that this is 1/2 inch from the ground. So that'll guarantee that the pipe actually rests on the floor. Yep. I think that is redundant. Yeah, I'm gonna call that close enough. So time for Yaya's favorite part. Hooray. Oops. Oh yeah, that's fine. Exit and rebuild. And you just need this again. Your 3D sketch should all be dangling, that's fine. Yeah, it's like I've done it enough to just... Yeah, I'm pretty used to it. Oops, I need to convert that first, bring that out. It's a pretty good approximation considering it's like 3 arcs. They're not too bad. Nope, I did that backwards. Do that. Yeah, it's funny. Actually, when I was in college, that would be one of the funniest things I would do. Is just like, okay, we can do that, but we're gonna get like 3 errors, and then people will be like, no, it's gonna be fine. I'm like, no, there's gonna be errors, and then the errors show up, and like, are you a wizard? I'm like, no, I just understand how it works. you know. So I wonder if this weird topology will still give us an issue. But I would say that's pretty close. Oh, actually, I just noticed the... this should be like that. It should be a little bit closer, actually. And there's actually yet another line that just connects these two. So, probably 3 groups. So, to get back to Avito's question, the stuff that's allowed to be in the same group in a SOLIDWORKS weldment is stuff that is parallel or stuff that is connected end to end, pretty much. So, I mean, it could be possible if you consider this, you know, connected end to end. Yeah, it's really not liking. It's not liking that joint. It would seem. It's sad because I do want it to miter there. Yeah, so you could see when it just detects something it doesn't like, it'll let you know. I'm trying to think what groups to do. So I think this should be the primary group. I'm gonna go straight to the other side because another tip is the higher the sketch, you know, the higher the group or I guess the lower the group number. So group 1 will trim over other entities. So what we should see is when we get this segment in here, you should be able to still see this, and it will cut this middle segment. Hello? Where's my preview, dude? Yeah, so you could see... Oh, it's on the other side. Yeah. So you see it cuts that. And then now this... I wonder if this will work. No, it doesn't. It's not parallel. So I was wondering because it is parallel when you look at it like that. But you know, you go for that, and then that. So you can see that this segment has priority over the joint, followed by this, and then this is cut to fit that. And I think that's pretty much it for the actual what's it called? The actual pipes. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. Let's save. This is looking pretty good, I would say. Now what do I want to do? Let's get this surface back. Awesome. Glad you're liking it so far. I think we can use this. So you see, yeah, this. So what happens... Yeah, let's take this surface and say offset. And we're going to do that by 1/2 inch. On the other side maybe. Yeah, because I just want it to rest, you know, right there. Maybe I could do a little bit more, but no big deal. So I have this single surface that was born out of this surface that is together. So that's one surface. This is another. Now I can do a thicken. And, you know, just thicken our cushion. Seems to be like maybe 4 inches thick. Who knows? It's not merge result. So we get something like this. And take a look. So this looks like it's mitered to this. So I need to fix this face. I might say replace face. We're going to replace that face with this surface. And hopefully that will do something. Nah, doesn't like it. That's unfortunate. I'm off, brain shutting down. You're all good. Thanks for staying this far with me. Really appreciated having your company. Yeah, have a good night, Avito. Yeah. Offset. Yeah, let's just make this longer. Like that. And then what I should be able to say is cut with surface. This one, the other way, and only this body. Yep, so there's our cushion looking thing. I just realized I really should offset this one because it doesn't go all the way through the pipe. Offset 0.5. That puts it on top of the pipe. And let's adjust the surface cut to use our new surface. So instead of that one, we use surface offset. There you go. The difference being now when I thicken this up, it'll match up with this one a little better, I guess. So let's thicken this, and also it's also purpose built for this. You see we have this intersection. I want to try and take care of that with an indent. So this, say cut with this, so that cuts this perfectly, but it looks like a little too perfectly, because if I look at that, you get that goofiness. Oops. I'm trying to think how I should do this, because I can just delete face and cut that off. Actually, I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to delete face and cut that off. Just that. There we go. Go away. I'll delete you in a second. So you have something like that. And I think the biggest things here that we can do, we need to fillet these. Like that. Let me think. These don't look like these have such a... Yeah, that's true, but then you'd have more delete features. So that's a conversation you could spark is, do you delete features as soon as you're done with them and then you have more items in the tree, or do you wait till the end and just clean them up in one cleanup feature? I don't think there's, one particularly better way to do that. It's like you said, peace of mind, that's for you. But if it kept getting in the way, I certainly would. But, yeah. That's not what I wanted. My brain is like also shutting down, so Avito's not the only one. What the fuck? Sorry. There we go. We're gonna dome that. Just a little bit. Dome that. So this second dome, if I put this in top of indent, there we go. Cut. Captain America. Language, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do use salty language. I wouldn't say I use it like all the time, you know. But, you know, now that I'm sleepier, you know, you'll probably get some more slips out of me. Keep it simple. Stupid question. How was the vaccine? Oh, it was very easy to get, I would say. Yeah, it's kind of sad to think about, but we have a surplus of vaccines in the United States because people just don't want to take them anymore. So when I took the second dose for my vaccine, it was very quick to get. They actually gave me paperwork as soon as I showed up, and I literally could not fill it out in my car, in my truck, until I actually got to the nurse's station. And that's how fast it went. Yeah, and other than that, you know, I'm not particularly bad with needles. It's not, well, I mean, it's not my favorite thing either, but, you know, I barely felt anything. And the first day was pretty fine. Hello? What is that? Is this a non-tangent? I'm gonna check something here. Bro, that looks fine. Extrude plus dome face plus filtered edges equals ripped zebra stripes. Yeah, you know. Let's do deviation analysis. This edge, calculate. Okay, so that really is... Where's that green one? Hello? I mean, it's all 0. I goofed up. Calculate. So that truly is tangent. Man, that is goofy. But, you know. I'm not gonna... Yeah, again, I really need to, like, not go crazy. I'm trying to fix every little thing. There we go. Delete and fill was just the trick. So let's get a material on this boy. Yeah, I do imagine this being shiny. Oh, I forgot to trim that. Weldments. Trim, trim, trim. Trim, trim, to trim. There we go. This. Between bodies, this and that. There we go. Just beautiful. Kind of want to combine this. Oh, what if I just do that? There we go. So now that one segment goes away. And we're just about done, I would say. You know, we can do a quick little motion study once I get an appearance on this. Organic. Oof. Actually, it's fabric. Now that's a comfy looking chair. Alright. And then at the very end, Oops, I goofed. Just say delete, delete. If I double check, do that. There we go. Oh, it could be leather. I'll just put cloth. Kind of like the red cloth. I pulled a sneaky on you. I think I like the cloth better because it's like red. It goes with the hot rod kind of deal, you know. So, what I think I should do, let's just get this into an assembly. Do that. I think for solid body contact, I should probably make a floor. Let's get goof out here. Say 120. And maybe say like, 1 foot thick. If that's true. I could always change the material's color. Floor. Or a floor. Because I'm an ape. Alright. Anyway. What now? Actually, what it could also do to help me out a little bit. Edit. And just say go blind, but downward. So that way, when I go to insert floor, and put that there, it just finds its place. And yeah, probably what I'll do is set up the contacts and then hide the actual floor away. So I know it's like not big enough to be invisible, but we'll get to it. First we gotta float the chair, and I think that's it, honestly. So chair SM. Belastin saying, after the hard part ends, I have a question. Of course. I hope I could help, is what I just have to say to that. I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. Alright, so let's go to motion analysis. Let's first contact between this and that. And then let's go for gravity. Wants to go this way, so we're going to go Y. So just those two basic things. Let's calculate. Ah, yes. The good old, oh, I've lost my chair. So this is a sad moment. Let's bring this guy back. Okay. And let's even move base. Offset. Select tangency. 0.5. Yeah, so that happens when there's sometimes just not enough thickness to do a solid body calculation with. So bringing that back and then just leaving it hidden. Let's run that again. That is extremely goofy. Looks like I threw it overboard. And another thing I could do, turn precise contact on. This is not going very well. It looks like it is floating. You see, this is why you just do it one step at a time. Gravity and contact. Can we do that? At the very least. Like, there's no forces on it. That is so goofy. Yeah, so it is in here. Could try change the integrator. Sometimes I have some luck with changing the integrator. Thinking hide the surface. For what? For this? I'm actually showing that on purpose so I can actually like try and see what it's doing. Yeah, I mean I can just do whatever I want to this body. I can especially do whatever I want to this body. Like, so for example, instead of 12 I could just say 120, so it's just sitting on a giant cube. Yeah, as I thought, it has no effect. I mean, I could do move, face, and make that just enormous. That is really goofy. Try and turn up the accuracy. Rolling in the deep. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, at this point, you know, it's not doing all that well, and the things that I'm going to change is only going to make it take longer to calculate. So I'm thinking of actually abandoning this strategy and maybe just go for like kind of cam mate or something like that. Hello? Is it doing it now? It's taking forever. I think it is finally doing that, but I think that's going to take too long for the stream, and you know. Yeah, that's painful. Yeah, we're going to change strategies. That one looked like it was working, like it wasn't syncing. It generated a handful of frames. But what I'm thinking of doing now, if I go here, suppress that, and get this body, say isolate. Just get a fillet. It just needs to be regular. Yeah, that's the weird thing about it though. Yeah, if I reduce the frame rate, it'll still do the calculation, so it'll actually effectively be less precise. And also, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, remember that conversation we had. 24 is the lowest I'll go. So at the end of the day, like even if I could figure it out, there's no way I can get it posted in time. So it's just, you know, that's how it is in the real world. Lots of cool things, but if you don't have the time, you don't have the time. It's all about that delivery. I do want to say increase it again, and yeah, again, like if it takes that long to calculate, that means it would sit there for like an hour before I would even see the video. It's just not doable, you know, with this short time frame. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's do a couple things. And actually, you know, to keep it even simpler, if I wanted to, I could just do a tangent between this and this. Something like that. Yeah. No, that's a good strategy, Yaya, to reduce the FPS. But the problem is, like, for example, if I reduce the frame rate to like 12, let's say, and then I say, oh, that looks good, I want that for my project, I'm not going to submit something to my project that is only at 12 frames per second. That's unacceptable to me. So when I export it back, so when I put it back to 24 for the final product, I have to wait a very long time. So even if I like clairvoyant, like know exactly what to put, it's still gonna take too long. Which is why I'm not going with it. Yeah, I wonder if I... Oh, this is a duplicate. I've lived to see Rob carrying. Yeah, it's the. This is the day. Hello. Oh no! Don't do that. Yeah, it's sort of working. I think this is doable. Actually, let me get a new motion study just in case. Will you keyframe it or add a force? I'm probably gonna just add motors, dude. 2 motors I think will work. Or even just 1. I think that kind of works, honestly. So that can go away. And then this just can go away from the study. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. And then this, like, I can easily get this to 60 frames per second. So let's why did I collapse all of that? Changes like that. Replace this key, and then bump this up to 60. What was the longest export time? I think for CAD model of the day was the wooden snake one. That one took 5 hours. Ever was when I was in college and did the mechanical bicycle project. So I basically rendered that overnight, and it just finished when I woke up. So it was like 8 hours at the very least. Yep, so that's that good stuff. And that's the thing you're fighting. At the end of the day, especially as engineers, we have deadlines, and a lot of them very ambitious for because of like managers, owners, CEOs, you name it. Everyone's going to give you deadlines, and if you miss those deadlines, it doesn't matter how good your product is. If you don't make it, it could be, you know, very costly, or maybe you'll miss your big opportunity. Flickering appearance. I'm looking really close. I mean, it seems fine on my end. I'm like looking really close at it. It's not like the fabric is shifting or anything. I'd say let's try it out. Oh, the flickering. It might be just the ambient occlusion recalculating, because every frame it has to recalculate the ambient occlusion. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's not really noticeable in my screen, but maybe in the stream it is. Yeah, unless I'm just that tired that it's flickering right in front of my eyes and I'm still like not seeing it. It's a little bit off to the side, but you know, I can fix that in video editing, no biggie. Let's just try it out. We'll see how it is. Camtasia to the rescue for sure, dude. Yeah, Camtasia's helped me out so much, and you know, SolidWorks is very powerful, but just adding a little bit of photo editing and video editing, you can get some wild effects. I always use cameras. Yeah, I think that's up to you. I think for something like this, like I didn't even put like perspective on it. You know, just scooting it in place and then just going for it works pretty well. Ding means done. Hooray. Okay. Bro, why are you over here? I think that looks pretty good. Alright, and we'll just leave it at that. So yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. If you want to help me out, the best thing you can do right now is like this video. I think the YouTube algorithm is favoring likes right now. So if you like the video, you know, and especially if you want to see more like it, like and subscribe. If you want to ask, you know, different kinds of questions and, you know, just show off your work in general. Usually I will go through and show off everyone's work, but, you know, being that it's a shorter stream, I'll just leave it like that. Let me do this. Go here. And get the Discord. Do we need a floor, some shadows? No, my artistic decision is to say no. If I wanted it, I'd probably make that that floor part a lot larger, and then put, you know, shadows in shaded mode, you know, and then call that a day. But I do like how it looks right now, because the thing is, like, I guess the funny thing is, like, when I look at it in my Instagram feed. So let me see if I can even, like, I have so many things open. Oh yeah, quick question. Go for it, dude. But yeah, for like my Instagram, you know, if things have like floors like all the time, it tends to look a little weird. So like all my parts, I like it just floating out in space. Like I could have put a floor here too. I mean, I did in this one. So yeah, I guess it's just what I'm feeling in the day, you know. There's no hard and fast rule. Failed mold making twice. Oof. Yeah, that one's very hard. quick tips. Yeah, so I actually talked with Yaya about this because if you don't already know, Yaya is doing this amazing series where let's see if I can actually find this. Yeah, Yaya is doing this amazing series on LinkedIn where he publishes a series of articles, and we talked about the mold making. And the sad part is I took the old exam, which was super easy. So if I tell you tips for that, you're not, I don't think the result will be any different. So this is like one of the rare instances where I just need to take the exam to see what it turned into, and then hopefully I could pass it. That's another thing. I think I would, but nothing's ever certain. Yeah, but the thing is like, literally mold making was so easy that all you needed to do was just get the mold making tab, the mold tools, and you just go, you start with this section, then this section, then this section, and then you just kind of go down the list of features. You start with your parting lines, your shut-off surfaces, your parting surfaces, tooling split, and core. It was literally that 3 times, shut-off, parting, tooling, core. And that was basically it. And that's like something you would just see in SolidWorks Help, so it's a tough one. I need to find someone who has passed the mold making exam and wants to talk about their experience. I think that's the key here. So, I'll actually do a little shout out right now. If you are one of those people who have taken the mold making and passed it, get in touch with us. If you have any tips, that I think that would be very helpful to share. Maybe Yaya knows someone too, but yeah, I took mold. It was called Mold Tools, by the way, Mold Tools back in 2016, and it's just like parting line, shut off, parting surface, core, just rinse and repeat. But I heard the new one is brutal. I don't know what's on it that could have bastardized that process so much that is so difficult. But the good news is you're not alone. It went from being the easiest exam to easily being the hardest of the advanced ones. SolidWorks Lucas may have passed it. Let's check. This is interesting. Thanks for bringing that up, Bam. Let's go here. YouTube. Let's go here. Let's check out SolidWorks Lucas. Or Locus. Oh my god, my brain. Lucas with a U. Lucas didn't take it. Yeah, I just wanted to check mold making. Yeah, and this is probably pretty outdated. It's 4 years ago. I asked him myself. That's good to know. Oh yeah, because you were doing your thing. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, other than that, this is a good channel to subscribe to. Maybe if I just ask really nicely, maybe they'll give me a credit just for free, just so I can take it. Because obviously, I'm already maxed out in customer facing certifications, so it wouldn't add anything. But yeah, I'll see if I can get that done. So, but good stuff though. Don't worry. It is brutally difficult. So, hang in there, and we'll figure something out, man. Well, yeah. If there's nothing else, I think I'll leave this episode as is. Again, like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to get more notifications. And I'll see you next time. It's super hard, the sheet metal. Yeah, but you got it. Easy stuff. All right, but yep. Good night, guys. I'll see you in 2 days, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, United States. Bye-bye.